Have you ever stopped to think about what it truly means to age gracefully and live a fulfilling life? Imagine sitting down with a 76-year-old woman who has experienced the ups and downs of life and is ready to share her greatest lessons on health, relationships, and happiness. In today's video, we'll explore her invaluable wisdom, practical insights that can help you stay physically strong, mentally sharp, and emotionally fulfilled as you age. But that's not all. Stay with us until the end, where we'll reveal the essential habits that contribute to a long, joyful life. Before we begin, make sure to subscribe to Golden Years Balance and turn on notifications so you never miss our latest content. If you find this video valuable, don't forget to like and share your thoughts in the comments. Now, let's dive into this journey of wisdom and inspiration. Chapter 1: The Power of Perspective on Aging. Aging is often associated with decline, loss, and limitation, but this perspective is not universal. While many people fear getting older, there are those who embrace aging as a time of growth, wisdom, and renewed purpose. One such person is our 76-year-old mentor, who has a completely different view on aging. Aging is not about decline, she says. It's about refining who you truly are. This simple but profound shift in perspective has the power to transform the way we experience the later years of life. Research backs this up. Studies have shown that individuals who maintain a positive outlook on aging live on average 7 years longer than those who perceive it as a burden. But what does it really mean to embrace aging? How can we change our perspective and approach this stage of life with excitement rather than fear? Studies from Yale University and other institutions have consistently found that our beliefs about aging influence not only our mental well-being, but also our physical health. Those who associate aging with wisdom, opportunity, and continued growth tend to have lower rates of heart disease, better cognitive function, and even a reduced risk of dementia. On the other hand, those who view aging negatively are more likely to experience stress, depression, and a decline in overall health. This is not just about optimism, it's about how our mindset shapes our behaviours. If we believe aging is a time of loss, we may withdraw from activities, avoid social engagement, and neglect self-care. If we see it as a time of refinement and self-discovery, we are more likely to stay active, maintain meaningful relationships, and continue learning. Our mentor shares a deeply personal experience from her own life. In her 50s, she faced an unexpected challenge: retirement. After years of dedicating herself to her career, she suddenly found herself without the daily structure and sense of purpose that work had provided. She admits that at first it was unsettling. "I felt lost," she recalls. "It was as if the world had decided I was no longer needed." But instead of allowing herself to sink into loneliness or irrelevance, she decided to try something new. She picked up a paintbrush and started painting, something she had always been curious about but never had time for. What started as a simple hobby soon became a passion. Now, decades later, her home is filled with her artwork, a visual representation of her journey through aging. Her story is a reminder that aging can be a time of exploration rather than limitation. Retirement does not have to mean the end of purpose. Rather, it can be the beginning of a new chapter. One of the biggest challenges in changing our perspective on aging is the cultural narrative that surrounds it. In many societies, youth is glorified, and aging is seen as something to resist or fear. Anti-aging products flood the market, and phrases like "you look good for your age" subtly reinforce the idea that aging is something to be ashamed of. However, cultures that celebrate aging tell a different story. In Okinawa, Japan, where people live longer and healthier lives than almost anywhere else, elders are respected and valued for their wisdom. They continue to play active roles in their communities, contributing their knowledge and experience. The concept of ikigai, or a reason for being, keeps them engaged and motivated throughout life. What if we adopted a similar approach? What if instead of dreading each birthday, we saw it as an opportunity to embrace new experiences, strengthen relationships, and deepen our wisdom? Changing our mindset about aging is not just about thinking differently, it's about taking action. Here are some practical steps to cultivate a more positive view of aging. 1. Keep learning and growing. Whether it's picking up a new hobby, learning a language, or taking a class, continuous learning keeps the mind sharp and engaged. Studies show that lifelong learning helps preserve cognitive function and reduces the risk of dementia. 2. Stay physically active. Exercise is one of the most powerful ways to promote healthy aging. Activities like walking, yoga, strength training, and dancing not only keep the body strong, but also boost mood and energy levels. 3. Cultivate meaningful relationships. Social connections are essential for well-being at any age. Prioritizing friendships, family, and community involvement helps combat loneliness and provides emotional support. 4. Reframe challenges as opportunities. Rather than viewing health issues or lifestyle changes as setbacks, see them as chances to adapt and grow. A shift in perspective can make all the difference in how we handle life's inevitable changes. 5. Practice gratitude. Focusing on what we have rather than what we've lost shifts our mindset toward appreciation and contentment. Keeping a gratitude journal or simply reflecting on positive aspects of life can be a powerful habit. 6. Give back and stay involved. Engaging in volunteer work, mentoring younger generations, or contributing to a cause provides a sense of purpose. Feeling useful and valued enhances self-esteem and overall well-being. Centenarians, people who live to be 100 or older, often share common traits that contribute to their longevity. Beyond genetics, their lifestyle and mindset play a significant role. Optimism. Many centenarians have a positive attitude toward life and don't dwell on stress or negativity. Strong social ties. Maintaining relationships with family, friends, and community keeps them engaged and mentally stimulated. Active lifestyles, whether through gardening, walking, or dancing, movement is a consistent part of their daily routines. A sense of purpose. Having a reason to wake up in the morning, whether it's a hobby, family, or a cause, gives life meaning. Aging does not have to be feared, it can be embraced. By shifting our perspective, we can see aging as an opportunity for growth, wisdom, and deeper fulfillment. Our 76-year-old mentor reminds us, never stop growing, no matter your age. By focusing on what we do rather than what we have lost, by continuing to learn and connect, and by approaching each day with gratitude, we can make aging a rewarding and meaningful journey. Instead of seeing aging as a decline, let's see it as an evolution, a time to refine, to explore, and to live with purpose. Chapter 2, the importance of health and daily habits. Health is the foundation of a fulfilling and happy life. Without good health, it is difficult to enjoy relationships, pursue passions, or even accomplish daily tasks. Many people believe that maintaining good health requires extreme effort, strict diets, grueling exercise routines, or expensive treatments. However, true well-being is built through small, consistent daily habits that accumulate over time. Our mentor, a woman who radiates energy and wisdom, follows a set of simple but powerful habits that contribute to her longevity and well-being. These habits are not restrictive or overwhelming, but instead focus on balance, mindfulness, and self-care. In this chapter, we will explore these habits in depth, understand their benefits, and learn how to integrate them into our own lives. One of the key principles of health is movement. Our mentor starts each morning with a 30-minute walk, a practice she has maintained for years. Walking is one of the most accessible forms of exercise, requiring no special equipment, and it offers a multitude of health benefits. Studies show that even light to moderate physical activity can reduce the risk of heart disease by improving circulation and lowering blood pressure, enhance cognitive function, and reduce the risk of dementia and Alzheimer's disease. Improve mood and mental well-being by releasing endorphins and reducing stress levels, strengthen muscles and bones, reducing the risk of osteoporosis and falls in older adults. For those who find structured exercise daunting, incorporating movement into daily activities can be an effective alternative. Some simple ways to move more include taking the stairs instead of the elevator, walking or biking for short errands instead of driving, stretching or doing light exercises while watching TV, practicing yoga or Tai Chi for flexibility and balance. The key is consistency. Movement should be a daily practice rather than an occasional effort. Nutrition is another pillar of health, but rather than following restrictive diets, our mentor follows a simple guideline. She eats until she is 80% full. This practice, known as Hara Hachibu, originates from Okinawa, Japan, a region with one of the highest life expectancies in the world. Why the 80% rule works. Eating until you are just satisfied rather than completely full has several health benefits. Prevents overeating. It takes about 20 minutes for the brain to register fullness, so stopping at 80% helps prevent excess calorie consumption. Supports digestion. A lighter meal is easier for the digestive system to process, reducing bloating and discomfort. Promotes longevity. Research suggests that calorie restriction without malnutrition can extend lifespan and reduce the risk of chronic diseases such as diabetes and heart disease. In a world where eating is often rushed or distracted, mindfulness can transform how we nourish our bodies. Some mindful eating habits include eating slowly and savoring each bite, avoiding screens, TV, phones during meals to focus on the experience, paying attention to hunger and fullness cues, choosing whole, unprocessed foods that provide essential nutrients. Hydration plays a crucial role in maintaining overall health. Our mentor starts her day with a glass of warm water with lemon, a habit that has been practiced in various traditional healing systems for centuries. Benefits of staying hydrated. Drinking enough water each day aids digestion. Warm water can stimulate digestion and help prevent constipation. Flushes out toxins. Hydration supports kidney function and helps the body eliminate waste effectively. Boosts energy levels. Dehydration can lead to fatigue and sluggishness, so staying hydrated improves alertness. Enhances skin health. Proper hydration keeps skin looking youthful and reduces dryness and wrinkles. Many people struggle to drink enough water daily. Here are some tips to improve hydration. Start the day with a glass of water before coffee or tea. Carry a reusable water bottle and sip throughout the day. Infuse water with lemon, cucumber, or mint for added flavor. Monitor hydration levels through urine color. Light yellow indicates proper hydration. One of our mentor's secrets to maintaining flexibility and reducing tension is her nightly stretching routine. She describes it as my way of thanking my body for another day. Stretching before bed helps to relax muscles, improve circulation, and prepare the body for restful sleep. Benefits of nightly stretching. Reduces muscle stiffness. Sitting for long hours or engaging in physical activity can cause tightness in muscles, which stretching helps relieve. Improves flexibility. Maintaining flexibility is essential for mobility, especially as we age. Promotes relaxation. Stretching signals the body to unwind, reducing stress and preparing for sleep. Prevents injuries. Regular stretching reduces the risk of strains and joint issues over time. Simple bedtime stretching routine. Neck stretch. Slowly tilt the head side to side and hold for 10 seconds. Shoulder stretch. Bring one arm across the chest and hold with the opposite hand. Spinal twist. Lie on your back, bring one knee over the opposite leg and gently twist. Hamstring stretch. Sit with legs extended, reach forward and hold. Deep breathing. End with a few deep breaths to relax the mind. Health is not about drastic changes, but about small, consistent habits that accumulate over time. Our mentor's approach to well-being is simple, yet effective. Move every day, even if it's just a short walk. Eat mindfully, following the 80% rule for better digestion and longevity. Stay hydrated, beginning each morning with warm water. Stretch before bed to relax and thank the body. By integrating these habits into our daily routine, we can build a foundation for long-term health, vitality, and happiness. The key is not perfection, but consistency. Small steps taken every day lead to a healthier and more fulfilling life. Chapter 3: Mental Wellness and Emotional Resilience. Mental well-being is just as important as physical health. While many focus on maintaining a strong body, a resilient mind is equally essential in leading a fulfilling life. Mental wellness enables us to navigate the complexities of life with clarity, grace, and emotional balance. Emotional resilience allows us to bounce back from hardships, remain centered amidst chaos, and cultivate a deep sense of inner peace. One of the most powerful practices for mental well-being is gratitude. Our mentor firmly believes in the transformative power of gratitude and has integrated it into her daily routine. She keeps a gratitude journal and writes down 3 things she is thankful for every day. This simple habit shifts her focus from what is lacking to what is abundant in her life. Scientific research supports the idea that gratitude enhances mental well-being. Studies have shown that individuals who regularly practice gratitude experience lower levels of stress and depression, improved sleep, and stronger interpersonal relationships. By consistently acknowledging the positive aspects of life, one trains the mind to seek out joy and contentment even in challenging circumstances. Gratitude also fosters a deep appreciation for the present moment. Instead of dwelling on past disappointments or anxiously anticipating the future, those who practice gratitude anchor themselves in the here and now. Our mentor often reminds us, happiness is not something to chase, it's something to recognize and embrace in the present. Regret is a heavy burden that many carry, often without realizing its weight. Our mentor uses the analogy, carrying regret is like carrying a bag of stones. Put it down and you'll walk lighter. Indeed, holding on to past mistakes, missed opportunities, or words left unsaid can weigh heavily on the soul, preventing personal growth and emotional freedom. Letting go of regret is not about ignoring past actions or pretending that mistakes never happened. Instead, it is about accepting the past for what it was, extracting lessons from it, and moving forward with wisdom. Practical steps to release regret include self-compassion. Treat yourself with the same kindness and understanding that you would offer to a dear friend. Acknowledge that mistakes are part of being human. Reframing the past. Instead of seeing past decisions as failures, view them as learning experiences that contributed to your growth. Making amends. If possible, take action to rectify past mistakes, whether through an apology, a kind gesture, or a change in behavior. Forgiveness. Forgiving yourself is just as important as forgiving others. Holding on to guilt serves no purpose if it does not lead to positive change. Our mentor shares a personal story about a time she hurt someone with her words and regretted it deeply. Instead of letting the regret consume her, she reached out to that person, apologized sincerely, and focused on being more mindful in her conversations moving forward. Mindfulness is another pillar of mental wellness. Our mentor dedicates at least 10 minutes every morning to mindfulness practice. She sits in silence, focusing on her breath, and simply allows herself to be present. Mindfulness is the practice of observing thoughts, emotions, and sensations without judgment. It cultivates awareness and helps break free from automatic negative thinking patterns. Research has shown that mindfulness reduces stress, anxiety, and rumination while increasing emotional regulation and overall well-being. Practical ways to incorporate mindfulness into daily life include mindful breathing. Take slow, deep breaths, paying attention to the sensation of air entering and leaving your body. Body scan meditation. Gently bring awareness to different parts of the body, releasing tension as you move through each area. Observing thoughts. Instead of getting caught up in negative thoughts, simply observe them as passing clouds in the sky. Mindful walking. Pay attention to each step, the sensation of your feet on the ground, and the rhythm of your movement. Gratitude in the present. Take moments throughout the day to appreciate simple joys, such as a warm cup of tea or the sound of birds chirping. Loss is an inevitable part of life, and how we process grief significantly impacts our mental well-being. Our mentor shares her experience of losing a dear friend. At first, the pain was overwhelming, and she struggled to make sense of the void left behind. Instead of suppressing her emotions or forcing herself to move on, she allowed herself to fully experience the grief. Grief doesn't disappear, she says, but we learn to carry it differently. She found solace in honoring her friend's memory through storytelling, acts of kindness, and keeping a connection through shared experiences. Grieving in a healthy way involves allowing feelings to surface. Suppressing grief can lead to long-term emotional distress. It is important to give yourself permission to feel sadness, anger, or even relief without judgment. Seeking support. Sharing grief with trusted friends, family, or support groups can be profoundly healing. Rituals of remembrance. Creating a scrapbook, lighting a candle, or dedicating an activity in honor of a lost loved one helps maintain a sense of connection. Finding meaning. Many find comfort in transforming their pain into purpose, whether through charity work, advocacy, or personal growth, inspired by the experience. Mental wellness and emotional resilience are lifelong journeys, not destinations. By embracing gratitude, letting go of past regrets, practicing mindfulness, and navigating grief with openness, we cultivate a mind that is strong yet flexible. In turn, this nurtures a heart that is at peace. Our mentor leaves us with this thought: a resilient mind does not mean avoiding struggles. It means facing them with wisdom, grace, and the belief that no matter what happens, you have the inner strength to endure and grow. By implementing these practices into our daily lives, we unlock the power of mental well-being, allowing us to experience life with greater depth, presence, and joy. Chapter 4: Relationships and Human Connection. Loneliness is often considered one of the greatest challenges of aging. As people grow older, they may experience a shrinking social circle due to retirement, the passing of loved ones, or physical limitations that make it harder to engage in social activities. The once vibrant world of relationships can slowly diminish, leaving many seniors feeling isolated and disconnected. However, loneliness is not an inevitable part of aging. Our mentor, a woman who has navigated the journey of aging with wisdom and grace, shares 3 golden rules that have helped her stay socially connected. By following these principles, she has cultivated a fulfilling and rich social life, even in her later years. 3 golden rules for staying connected. 1. Keep learning and engaging. When our mentor turned 70, she realized that many of her old friends had either moved away or become too occupied with their own families and health issues. Instead of retreating into solitude, she chose to embrace new opportunities for learning and socialization. She joined a book club at her local library, where she met people from diverse backgrounds. Initially, she was hesitant, worried that she might not fit in or that the discussions would be too academic. But she soon found herself engrossed in the lively conversations, making wonderful new friends along the way. The book club became more than just a place to discuss literature. It was a gateway to deeper connections. It provided her with intellectual stimulation, a sense of belonging, and a routine that kept her looking forward to each week. The experience reinforced the idea that lifelong learning is not just about acquiring knowledge, it is also a powerful tool for maintaining social bonds. Number 2, give without expecting. Another key principle she embraced was giving without expecting anything in return. She started volunteering at a community kitchen, helping to prepare meals for those in need. At first, she saw it as a simple act of service, but over time, it became an integral part of her social life. Through volunteering, she connected with younger generations, engaging in meaningful conversations and learning about their perspectives on life. She recalls one young woman, a college student, who would often stay after the meal service to talk. They shared stories, exchanged life lessons, and developed a beautiful intergenerational friendship. This connection reminded our mentor of the richness of human interaction, the way wisdom flows in both directions, from the young to the old and vice versa. 3. Embrace technology. Technology can often feel overwhelming for older adults, but our mentor chose to view it as a bridge rather than a barrier. She learned how to use video calls to stay in touch with her children and grandchildren who lived in different cities. At first, she struggled with the new tools, accidentally muting herself during calls, getting lost in different apps. But with patience and practice, she became proficient. One of her most cherished moments was when she was able to attend her grandson's birthday virtually. She watched as he blew out his candles, shared laughs with the family, and felt as if she were right there in the room. This experience solidified her belief that technology, when used thoughtfully, can bring loved ones closer rather than creating distance. Maintaining relationships is not just about forming new connections, but also about mending old ones. Our mentor shares a deeply personal story of reconciliation that changed her perspective on relationships. She once had a childhood friend with whom she shared countless memories, running through fields, whispering secrets, and supporting each other through life's ups and downs. However, as they grew older, a misunderstanding led to a falling out. Years passed, and they didn't speak. One day she found an old photograph of the two of them, arms around each other, laughing without a care in the world. The image stirred something within her, a longing to reconnect. Instead of dwelling on past grievances, she decided to write a heartfelt letter. In it, she acknowledged her own mistakes, asked for forgiveness, and expressed gratitude for the friendship they had shared. To her surprise, her old friend responded almost immediately. The letter had opened a door that had been closed for too long. They started talking again, reminiscing about their childhood, and gradually rebuilding their bond. Now they speak every week, proving that it is never too late to heal old wounds. Building stronger relationships in later life. 1. Be intentional with social connections. Meaningful relationships require effort. Just like maintaining physical health, social health needs attention and care. Making a conscious decision to reach out to friends, schedule meetups, and participate in social activities can prevent isolation. 2. Practice active listening. As people age, they may feel that their stories and experiences are overlooked. Practicing active listening, not just hearing, but truly engaging with others, can deepen relationships and make others feel valued. Asking thoughtful questions and showing genuine interest in conversations can strengthen connections. 3. Accept change and let go of grudges. People evolve over time and relationships change along with them. Accepting that friendships may take different forms can ease the anxiety that comes with these changes. Letting go of old resentments allows room for new growth. 4. Join social groups and activities. Whether it's a gardening club, an exercise class, or a religious gathering, being part of a group fosters a sense of belonging. Shared interests create natural opportunities for connection. 5. Be open to intergenerational friendships. Relationships are not limited to those of the same age. Engaging with younger generations can bring fresh perspectives and vitality into life. Likewise, younger people can benefit from the wisdom and experiences of their elders. 6. Utilize technology to stay connected. From messaging apps to social media, technology offers countless ways to maintain relationships. While it may take time to learn, the rewards of staying in touch with distant family and friends far outweigh the initial challenges. 7. Express gratitude and appreciation. Taking the time to tell loved ones how much they are appreciated strengthens relationships. A simple message, a handwritten note, or a small act of kindness can go a long way in making people feel valued. Aging does not have to be a lonely journey. By actively investing in relationships, learning to adapt to change, and embracing both new and old connections, it is possible to lead a socially rich and fulfilling life. Our mentor's story serves as a testament to the power of effort, forgiveness, and the human need for connection. Ultimately, relationships thrive when nurtured with care. The people who matter most in life are worth the time and energy it takes to stay connected. As our mentor has shown, it is never too late to learn, to give, to reconcile, and to love. Chapter 5. Finding Purpose and Joy. A fulfilling life isn't about wealth or status, it's about purpose. As we journey through life, many of us seek meaning in our experiences, relationships, and contributions to the world. Some people spend their entire lives chasing financial success, only to find themselves feeling empty inside. Others, despite having modest means, wake up each day with a sense of excitement and purpose. So, what makes the difference? Our mentor suggests 3 key principles for cultivating a meaningful and joyful life. One of the greatest gifts we can give ourselves is the permission to what truly excites us. It doesn't matter if it's gardening, learning an instrument, painting, writing, or traveling. What matters is that it sparks joy within us. Engaging in these activities gives us something to look forward to and allows us to experience life more deeply. For instance, consider the story of Margaret, a retired school teacher who discovered her passion for painting at the age of 70. For decades, she had dedicated herself to shaping young minds, but after retirement, she found herself feeling aimless. One day, on a whim, she bought a set of watercolours and started painting. At first, it was just a way to pass the time, but soon she fell in love with the process. The vibrant colours, the movement of the brush, the way she could capture emotion on a canvas. It all brought her immense joy. Today, she holds small exhibitions at her local community centre, inspiring others to embrace creativity regardless of age. The lesson here is simple. Don't wait to do what you love. Whether you're 20, 50, or 80, it's never too late to start something new. Your passion doesn't have to be grand or world-changing. It just needs to bring you happiness. And when you pursue what excites you, that enthusiasm becomes contagious, spreading joy to those around you. A life devoted solely to oneself often leads to feelings of emptiness. In contrast, those who make a habit of helping others tend to feel more fulfilled. This doesn't mean you have to dedicate your life to charity work or make grand gestures. Small acts of kindness can be just as meaningful. Take the example of Daniel, a retired engineer who volunteers at a local food bank. Every week he helps distribute meals to families in need. At first, he thought it would be a way to stay busy, but he quickly realized how much joy it brought him. Seeing the gratitude on people's faces, knowing that his time and effort made a difference, it all gave him a renewed sense of purpose. Science supports this idea as well. Studies show that acts of kindness and generosity release endorphins, the same chemicals responsible for feelings of happiness. Helping others not only improves their lives, but also enriches our own. If you're wondering how you can make a difference, consider these simple ideas. Offer to babysit for a friend who needs a break. Volunteer at a local shelter, school, or senior centre. Share your knowledge by mentoring someone in your field. Simply lend a listening ear to someone who needs support. The more we give, the richer our lives become. By shifting our focus from what we can take to what we can contribute, we find deeper meaning in our daily existence. Life isn't just about the big milestones. It's also about the small moments that bring us joy. A beautiful sunset, the first sip of morning coffee, a heartfelt conversation with a loved one. These little things make life worth living. Our mentor, a wise woman who has lived a long and fulfilling life, often says, "Joy is in the details." At 76, she still wakes up with excitement, knowing that each day holds new possibilities. She takes pleasure in simple things, tending to her garden, watching birds outside her window, enjoying a warm cup of tea. These moments remind her that happiness isn't something to chase, it's something to notice and appreciate every day. One way to cultivate this mindset is through gratitude. By keeping a gratitude journal, even noting just 3 things each day that bring us joy, we train our minds to focus on the positive. Over time, this practice shifts our perspective, making us more aware of life's simple pleasures. Many people believe that finding purpose is something reserved for the young, as if meaning fades with age. But the truth is, purpose evolves. What fulfilled you at 30 might not be what fulfills you at 60, and that's okay. The key is to remain open to change and continue seeking out what brings you joy. Consider John, who spent 40 years working in finance. When he retired, he felt lost. His career had given him structure, and without it, he wasn't sure who he was. Then, he stumbled upon an opportunity to teach financial literacy workshops at a local community centre. Sharing his knowledge and helping others navigate their finances gave him a newfound sense of purpose. It wasn't the same as his previous career, but it was just as fulfilling in a different way. This illustrates an important point. Purpose isn't a single fixed thing. It can change and shift, taking different forms throughout our lives. What matters is that we continue seeking it. As we grow older, we often reflect on our lives, asking ourselves, did I live fully? Did I love enough? Did I make a difference? Our mentor's final piece of advice is simple yet profound. Live each day with a full heart and you will have no regrets. This means embracing opportunities, expressing gratitude, being present in each moment, and nurturing our relationships. It means taking chances, forgiving more, and letting go of worries that no longer serve us. When we live with intention and purpose, we create a life that, in the end, we can look back on with peace and satisfaction. No matter our age, finding purpose and joy keeps the spirit alive. By doing what excites us, giving back, and celebrating life's small moments, we cultivate a fulfilling and meaningful existence. And when we live each day with a full heart, we ensure that our journey is one filled with love, gratitude, and deep satisfaction. So what have we learned today? Aging is not about slowing down, it's about living wisely. It's about making conscious choices that allow us to continue growing, experiencing, and thriving. By maintaining good health through proper nutrition, exercise, and regular checkups, we equip ourselves with the vitality to enjoy life to the fullest. By nurturing meaningful relationships, we find support, love, and companionship that enrich our days. By Practicing gratitude, we shift our focus from what we lack to what we have, cultivating a sense of peace and fulfillment. And by embracing joy, whether through hobbies, travel, learning, or simple everyday pleasures, we ensure that every moment is worth celebrating. Life is a journey, and aging is simply another phase, one that can be just as rewarding as any other if we approach it with wisdom and intention. Now, I'd love to hear from you. What lesson from today's video resonated with you the most? Share your thoughts in the comments below and let's keep this conversation going. And if you found value in today's message, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to Golden Years Balance for more insights on living a vibrant, fulfilling life. Thank you for being here. See you in the next video.